I got a question.
Yeah.
Since we just did brought God into this. If I am to believe that everything we do is recording.
Yeah.
Okay. If I'm able to believe that everything that we do is already preordained and everything is part of a plan
Mm-hmm.
and everything, no matter what I do, it's not really freedom of choice.
Mm-hmm.
Or God has a hand in everything. Is it wrong for characters who are playing the villain in real life? Are they wrong
Are they wrong in what way?
in the sense of uh heaven and hell?
Like where you going afterwards?
Yes, because that's a tough call for me. No, it's not a tough call for me because I don't believe in it. I believe everybody has free will and everybody has. In my opinion, I think God is just like a person that watches things happen. It's like, okay, well, I gave y'all the option to do these things. This right here. But the way I hear some people talking, how they be like, well, the devil did this and God did this.
Yeah. Or he got a purpose for me.
It's a purpose for me. I got to walk my purpose, and this is what's supposed to happen.
Yeah.
If you believe that something is supposed to happen, in my mind,
then there was a plan.
There was a plan with it, and in my mind, there's no reason to have any emotional connection to what just happened, especially something like anger. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, if this was supposed to happen, I have to like believe that this has happened. Why should I be upset with it when I believe that God ordained this? You know what I mean? Like I get upset about things because I feel like I had control over it.
Yeah.
And I made the wrong decision. I could have done something better or something like that to where, well, time has passed. I can't go back and fix it.
But if you was out here being loose and wild and a ruffian and all this, then like that's just what it was.
Or just a uptight, stand
not
up,
enjoying life, just
whatever it was,
going working every day, coming home. Yeah, it is what it is.
And I bring this up because of what Genghis Khan said. He was like, he told the people, he said, if you did not commit great sins, God wouldn't have sent me here to punish you. And I was like, so are you wrong for doing this?
Yeah.
Because first of all, he did a lot.
Yeah.
The ecosystem. First of all, and there was benefits off of what he did. According to the scent box lady, if you do good things or things, if people benefit off what you did, then you're not a bad person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even though we're not gonna get into that. If you don't know, look up the scent box CEO and how she feels about a lot of things.
She has thoughts.
She has thoughts. It's very.
She definitely has thoughts.
The minimum is interesting.
I would say that it's that question is multifaceted.
I know.
Because if assuming that the premise is true, on one answer would be that if you are a character and you're just playing your role in the greater movie, let's say, and then none of this matters and you're just meant to carry the plot. You're doing what you need to do. When you die, you get a free ticket to heaven. Like that's what you was meant to do. Another thought
so everybody will get to heaven.
Yeah.
Okay.
Another thought is that even though you're going with the script, you're sacrificed. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I appreciate you doing this part in this script.
Yeah.
But your reward is what you have in front of you on earth. But after you die, after this. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, sometimes like those warlords, while they're ruling, they living it up. They live better than like the majority of people in history. They got all the jewels, the riches, the women, all that stuff. But when you die, God's like, you know what I'm saying? Like I was saying the other day, like I need like if God already knows what Lucifer is gonna do, I'm making you to be the bad guy. I need a bad guy. And unfortunately, you got to play that role.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like, but I still need you in hell.
Right.
So it's like there's two paths you can go there. we may or may not know until we die.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But to me, none of that matters because we don't know. So you don't have to play whatever role you think you're supposed to have in society regardless.
That's a tough one, boy. I be looking at like some Christians and some people like, man, God just ordained it. It's like, but why did you get mad about my man in traffic then?
Yeah.
Why did you get mad about when this happened and that happened? If you feel like that, if it's all part of the plan, I can't. Yeah. If I'm a believer in that, then I have to believe and trust that God will handle it, and then that's His plan. So,
but that's not to say that people don't do that. Like we say stuff like let go and let God. Like we try to live by those Buddhist principles of detachment. Like we do that, but we still human. Like you cut me off in traffic, I'm already late. I might get out this car. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where we have an understanding of that, but living by that is very difficult.
No, I don't think it should be. I think that's my issue. I don't think it should be that hard if you have that belief.
Yeah.
If you have that belief of free will and you're searching for peace in your path, then I can understand. And searching for your purpose, then I understand. But if I believe, like again, if I put my trust in the Lord or God or whatever people believe in, and I'm like, okay, well, I will be, safe or not safe based upon the time frame that I have with what I'm doing.
Or because you also have to go with the part like your destiny may not be to make it out of this unscathed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Maybe
some people was put on the cross, some people was tortured, some people was made martyrs. That also may be your destiny.
And do that make people evil? And are people really good or evil based upon this ideal or this theory of life? Because if you just playing a role and your role is already preordained, does that make you evil or good? Because the way we look at good and evil is based upon a person's decisions of freedom. Maybe a freedom of choice.
Yeah.
Where they go this way or this way. If you're an inhumane person, but you have to do it for this plot to finish out, then are you, regardless if you know or not?
Yeah. Personally. I mean, because we watched plenty of movies and animes where we find out the villain had the good intentions the whole time. We're like, well, I can see how he reached that conclusion. You still wiped out a few villages.
Yeah,
you still got an answer for that. So you still, even like, especially if you're like a lot of villains, unless you like the Joker, they reveal that, they really feel terribly about it, but I had to do it anyway, which means there's a recognition within that villain.
Or unless they the Joker.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And so even with them, there's a recognition that, hey, what I'm doing is not good, but I think the end is justified as a mean.
Everybody should be moving like the Joker in Dark Knight. And I mean that by like as free and didn't have really no convictions about himself. He was just, only conviction he says like, man, everybody should be here where I'm at. Free, moving along.
Yeah.
It's like, that's how I would picture everybody's mindset. Like whatever happens, happens. But I'm still going to do this because this is all part of a plan. Not a plan, but a part of, I don't have no control, no real control. I'm just a dog chasing the car. That's how I would think everybody is. I'm just doing it. I'm just doing life. And however it comes about, it comes about.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't people take that idea more so?
Because it's belief. I mean, that's the whole point of
it. If you believe that you are preordained or like there's a script.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you take that approach more?
For one, even though there's a script, people still don't know how they should navigate that script.
Yeah.
So they still gonna find fault in it either way. Either they feel like they're not following the script as close as they should.
But even if you finding fault in God's plan, because no matter what you do,
but that's the thing though. It's not they're finding fault in God's plan. They find fault within themselves because in their minds they're not following the script, but they don't. They don't. It doesn't compute that you are following the script if there is a master plan.
Then you don't believe in it then.
it don't gotta make sense. I'm saying
you don't believe it.
I'm saying, but it's also
you give me
it's
the
why
reason.
why you also feel like you're not following the script as well as you can. You also are trying to live by this let go and let God. It's a conflict, but it's still happening. And there's a third option of where somewhere in you really don't believe that script.
That's why I'm at with
it. And you're trying to balance this trinity of ideas in your head.
You know, I don't think people believe.
Because either you got free will or you don't.
You don't.
I mean,
either you have it or you don't.
Yeah, either.
But if you believe we don't, that's my situation. That's my issue there, which you just gave an answer to. But my issue is if you believe that everything's part of the script, what is good? What is these terms of good and evil? What
I always tell you, man, like that's subjective. Like
it is
good and evil is subjective. And that doesn't apply to God. God, whatever God wants to do is what's going to happen.
Is what it's going to be.
Is what it's going to be. If is thou shalt not kill unless I give you the order to, because I need something done. Don't.
So is that person evil then?
Who?
Because Genghis Khan said, God sent me here.
Yeah.
Is he wrong in what he done? If he believes that truly.
I don't care what he believes. I mean, I can only answer that from my perspective.
Yeah, but I'm from that theory, not from how if that's live.
Just again though, even from that theory, there's two paths to take. Either you was just meant to be the evil guy, or there's no such thing as evil, and you just playing your part. But
I'm asking you, which one do you believe? If you were to believe that everything is scripted, what is he?
The villain.
Is he
a necessary villain in the plot?
Okay. Is he good or evil?
Evil.
That's tough.
Because either way, a good movie is only going to be good if you got a good villain. Like we need that.
Yeah.
This ain't like, I mean, it ain't like Genghis just went in the back, took his thing off, was like, how did I do today in a British accent or something? But
I get what you're saying on that, but if the Joker is only an entity that is written by a person, and that person you've written that script out, and that person just playing out what you've written, is the person acting out what is written evil, or is the person writing it good or evil? And like you said, it's both. It doesn't really a good and evil really doesn't apply to God, and if he's the one writing it, does it apply to the person that he's asking to do the action?
I mean, it's both to me.
Okay.
I'm like he's the hired gun, but I hired the gun. Like, I hired the gun. Like I'm gonna get convicted too.
But that's the thing. That's a higher thing convicting you. Yeah. There's nothing higher than. As
far as we know.
For us, there's nothing higher. And it's a God, so nothing's higher. Yeah. Like there's no law. There's no standard that we know of that he or she has to abide by, or God has to abide by. So there's no like, well, Mr. Police, it's not. No, I did it. This is not a hired gun. This is my creation. So if you create something and you allow your creation to destroy something, is it bad? Is it good? Or is it just a flow of life? Or is it just life?
It's just life.
It's just life.
But if my opinion is ever asked, if we make it to the pearly gates, you go, how do you feel about this? I'm like, hey, that was messed up. Because the same token, like you God, and like you can make this happen any way you want to, and you chose that way. So the question is, why? Because either your power is to set stuff up and let it happen, or you have control over the whole time, and you just like, I just want to see what's going to happen.
I would like to think he's just seeing what happened, rather than. That's why that theory does not work for me.
Yeah, I think it'd be like if you were an all powerful being and you just existed to exist, you get bored. I'm like, let me put something out I can't predict. Let me invent mini me's and let's just see what they do with limited power creation. And he looking like, boy, these people wild.
Yeah.
They wild. And Genghis Khan said, what?
I didn't have nothing to do with that.
Yeah, nothing to do with that,
nothing
boy.
to do with that. So
He
yeah, bro.
said,
Some of that. That's how I would like to think of God, like a person that I created something, and I just want to see how it works out. I gave these people orders. I gave these people a manual. I gave them a way of living, and then let me see how it turned out. Like when I watched that movie Mother, which is a good movie, especially when you realize with everything that's going on, you like, oh, this is human nature is. It turns into this.
Yeah. And then if it's like if the statement is or if we are in his image, like how much of that is true?
I think
what is the nature that we are that reflects? Is it the whole spectrum of things? Is it
I would like to think that it's the childlike things. The freedom, the creativity, the lack of structure, the openness to feelings and stuff like that, but it has discipline behind it. I think when we get older, we start to lose those qualities. We become more cynic, I think.
I think it's the gambit. It's the
rigmarole.
Hand with the sweets in it, and then it's the hand with the sword in it. It's like, it's how I'm feeling today, or whatever purpose I need to.